Hello everyone, and welcome back for the week 10 overview for English 1510. This is going to be the final course schedule and tentative plan of work for 12-week online. Your schedule comes up, final assignment schedule will be due on the 18th for this paper that we've switched to here. Again, if you did not watch any of the overview from week 9 during the vacation week, you can scroll down. That change was listed here. The statement about changing argumentation, I canceled the argumentation piece. I'm doing a short research assignment. We're doing a short research paper. It'll be not listed as research report, research paper. We're not doing the essentially formal outline of those. We'll be doing something of a customized version of that. But in any event, here going into week 10, you have your assignment listings are already posted. In all editions of the book, read the chapter title. Read chapters titled Research Papers. That's the only one that should be in each one of the editions, and from part 5 of the textbook, which gives an overview of a bunch of different things in your textbook. Part 5 is everything on doing research. So those were all those chapters in the 20s that you guys had to read in prior weeks about citing sources, going through starting your research, how to conduct research, what's good sourcing, bad sourcing, how to format the paper, and all those things. Review those as needed. If you need OWL Purdue as a source, that's okay too. Make sure you review those. The writing for this week is a research paper summary and working thesis, and then points of support and works cited page. That's preliminary. I mean, your first 5 sources due by this Sunday at 11:30 p.m. Now, next week you will be doing the outline with the works cited in the final week on on the 18th. You'll be doing a research paper. Remember, this is a shorter piece. The minimum requirement is 3 pages, but that's with quotes in your general to specific intro, a minimum of 3 bodies, then a conclusion. That will then also have an attached works cited page. Your minimum still will stay 5 sources, but you can include more if you need to. So here on the overview, this overview for the week is going to be a little shorter because inside the Dropbox I've included instructions, including an instructional video there covering everything for this particular assignment and the assignment shift. It doesn't change anything about what you're doing in terms of research. It changes the topics and the focal point. This takes this from an argumentative approach to a strictly analytic approach, and you'll get that in its entirety in this Dropbox. So again, this week on 10, the only additional reading is to review that research papers chapter in the book, review anything that you still haven't, you need refresher on or review in the part 5 of your textbooks covering doing research. That's the entirety of that section of part 5. The research paper summary and working thesis, those are all detailed in that Dropbox. Next week, the Dropbox that opens up on Sunday when this one closes will be the outline. You'll see how it's detailed for the different components. If you've done these 2 correctly this week, there should be no issue just moving forward into the outline. And then the outline formatting, go through the details there. If you're able to fill those out concisely, following the quote, content information, and the requirements there. Remember that I'm not allowing any block quotes for these. Make sure you understand the parameters for all those things. I have specific requirements for how quotes are used with intro quote, give quote, explain or defend quote. That's detailed in this week's Dropbox. It'll be detailed with further explanation next week for outlines, and then it will be again reiterated in the drafting stage, which you'll just be doing 1 draft. You'll be handing in a research essay at the end of this. I will be posting grades for all rhetorical analysis component pieces by the end of this week. Everyone will know where they stand with both the rough draft component. Remember, those are credit based only. It's not a feedback thing. And then on the final draft, you'll have markings for content things primarily. Most of you are still marked down for things that you didn't address from the summary outline that you submitted for those. Make sure that you understand the main things of the paper were already marked on those. So looking at the final draft, if structurally you didn't address those same things, then those are still the issues that I'm marking down. I am not going through doing a line-by-line grammar, mechanics, punctuation, those kinds of edits for those final drafts. If you're still having issues in those areas, I will detract points for lack of readability and comprehension because of the sentence level issues. But if you're still not utilizing ASC tutoring and things for assistance while you're proofreading and revising drafts, despite recommendations. I am not going line by line for every spelling, mechanical, punctuation issue that's throughout the paper. If there are some ones that are standouts that look unique, I'll mark some of those, and I will have the ETS data still on, so the computer AI system will pick up a number of those. But that is not the focal point. I'd be grading down primarily responding to your content there that focuses on rhetorical analysis, as opposed to sentence level grammar, mechanics, punctuation, and style. Okay, so I hope we're clear on those things. I've made a number of recommendations all term, and I saw that 4 more students over the last few days started using that and sending me the confirmation slips from the ASC. That's fantastic. I will mark those in your grade books under your attendance scheduling. It will make a comment there about the extra credit that you're receiving for ASC tutoring sessions. All right. If you have questions about those, again, let me know, but that is listed up here under Student Services Academic Support Center. They have their schedule Monday through Saturday. It's typically someone's available in person or online through that setup there. So you just make contact with them and set up your schedules. The library is listed here for those of you who are doing your research from home on these. Remember that you're going through this database and then customizing those. I did in the example that's in your guys' Dropbox here for the week on the research reports. I take you guys through a quick overview of getting into here and making sure that you're selecting 2 primary filters of full text and then peer-reviewed journals. In something like this, you might also want to customize up through a more contemporary timeline, but that's going to be unique to different topics. Apply the filters, and then that's the information that you're going with, okay, for peer-reviewed full text online available, so that we are looking at the same information when I'm reviewing your research. For the reports themselves, here, the Dropbox is available for everyone. When you get into this, this opens at 5 p.m. today. I will show you from a viewpoint that is not restricted as a student role right now, so that you can see what's in that Dropbox. You'll see that the argumentation pieces, those won't show on yours. Those have been removed from your guys' schedule. But you'll see this in your Dropbox for the research papers. There's an additional video that's linked here that's an overview for this assignment itself, and then the component pieces are all detailed. The topics you have to pick from for this research assignment are all listed here. The probing questions that you can apply to coming up with your topics for primary supports, meaning the topic sentences of body paragraphs that will support your working thesis, are going to be already detailed with these. Pick one of these topics: music therapy, the Electoral College, health outcomes and environment, scientific literacy, media literacy, daily exercise. Again, make sure you read this thoroughly and you pay attention to what's said here. This research paper is third person, objective, MLA formatted, formal, analytic, not argumentative. This is a research approach, including the analysis. Starting point or question for consideration is already given for each of the topic selections below. So in research, when it talks about the probing question, what are you answering? They are already listed here. Music therapy, what is it and how does it work? That's the primary focal point of what the report should be detailing. So again, maybe you'll have an intro that gives the basics, an overview so the reader understands historical context, what it is, background information in the Your Topic section, and then maybe body 1 is a thorough explanation of what musical therapy is, and then maybe you have 2 different body paragraphs that detail different things it's effective for and how it works in those areas. Okay? That would be an example of those, but those are all detailed on this video. Everything else listed here on the home screen now focuses on just this assignment for the rest of the term. Okay, I don't add in a bunch additional readings besides that chapter for this week. Next week, same as this one on set for week 11, same as 10, just reviewing these chapters. I will also put up a sample research paper for that week while you're completing your outlines. Remember, with these, you have to have quotes as support, you have to have give citations for the quotes, and I need those works cited listing on a works cited page. All right, let me know if you have questions. Anything that comes across in the messaging up here is typically answered first, and with these guys, best of luck. I'm keeping this simple as a simple assignment. Just make sure that your basics are covered. You need to make sure your grammar, mechanics, and style things at the sentence level are taken care of. I need to make sure that everything that's submitted is an MLA format. There's no way we're getting to any variation of APA for this semester with these classes. Students are having a hard enough time just adhering to the basics on this for MLA. That is a product of not reading through all instructions, not following directions. There's nothing else that gives rationale or explanation for this. It's been most of these things that I'm still seeing on this level for this level for the different pieces have been covered ad nauseum through the readings, through the assignment schedules, through the overviews and example things that are in the drop boxes and in the weekly instructions. So make sure that you're adhering to those. I should not still be getting documents that I can't tell what the format of the page alone is, let alone the rest of it. Okay. I still have 30% of students submitting papers and assignments here, papers especially, where just the line spacing is still incorrect. I find no rational explanation or reason for that. These things were addressed in week 1, and now it's week 10. Okay, and I will be marking down for all of those things. All right. Again, best of luck on the research report. Keep them simple, straight to the point, third person, objective, analytic. Best of luck.